When it comes to tackling hard trails, one question always sparks debate. Can dual sports hold their own, or do they fall short compared to dedicated enduro and off-road bikes? Specifically, many people wonder how dual sports handle taking on single track or perform on hard enduro obstacles. Today, we're putting the spotlight on budget dual sports like the CRF 250 and 300L, WR 250R, and DRZ 400, and comparing them with high-performance enduro machines like the EXC 500, CRF 450L, and FE 350. Can these so-called jack-of-all-trades bikes master tough terrain? Let's dive in. First, let's talk about weight. This is arguably the biggest sticking point when comparing dual sports to enduro bikes. Dual sports like the 300L or DRZ 400 tip the scales between 300 and 320 pounds. Compare that to an EXC 500 or FE 350, which weighs closer to 250 to 260. That's a massive difference. A good 50 to 60 pounds lighter. You can then shed even more weight if you're willing to give up on having a street legal bike. In tight single track or during hard enduro maneuvers, every pound matters. Lighter bikes are easier to throw around, more forgiving, and less exhausting over long, grueling rides. Not to mention, they are much easier to pick up. On the other hand, the extra weight of a dual sport does provide a bit of stability, especially in less technical sections and at higher speeds. We must also consider that many of the heavier dual sports also come with larger gas tanks, giving you more range. But when it comes to hardcore trails, weight alone gives the enduro and off-road bikes a clear edge. The extra weight of a dual sport won't prevent you from riding these trails. It'll just require a bit more effort and skill to manage the bike. Next up, tire selection. Dual sports and street legal enduro models typically come equipped with 50/50 tires, designed to handle both pavement and dirt. While this makes them incredibly versatile for mixed terrain, it's not ideal for harder trails. Off-road bikes, on the other hand, usually come with more aggressive knobbies that excel in mud, loose dirt, and rocky terrain. Swapping to more aggressive tires can instantly improve any bike's trail performance. Something like a Dunlop D606 or Scorpion Rally can drastically change how the bike grips and handles. Sure, you'll sacrifice some on-road manners, but if your focus is hardcore trails, upgrading your tires is a no-brainer. A really nice setup for an off-road focused dual sport is a 90% off-road tire in the rear and a full off-road knobby in the front. The street legal rear tire will give you much more longevity, and the off-road front will give you that extra grip where it really matters. Now let's talk about suspension. This is another area where dual sports can feel outmatched. Take the 300L for example. Its suspension is soft and basic, designed for more comfort than performance. The DRZ 400 fares a bit better with its fully adjustable suspension, but it's still not in the same league as high-end setups on bikes like the EXC 500. Enduro bikes are purpose-built for hard riding and tend to have a bit more ground clearance. They come equipped with top-tier forks and shocks that can handle big hits, technical climbs, and gnarly descents. Dual sports, in contrast, tend to bottom out more easily and struggle in fast, rough terrain. However, there is a workaround. Upgrading the suspension on a dual sport, while it's an added cost, a suspension overhaul can bring your dual sport closer to enduro level performance. A dual sport will still be able to ride over all the same terrain and obstacles, just not at the same pace. Let's talk about purchase price and cost of ownership. This is where dual sports have a big advantage. A clean, used CRF, DRZ, or WR is incredibly affordable and can be had between $3,000 and $5,000. The DRZ 400, while older in its design, offers a great value when looking at its power and suspension for the price. These bikes are also fairly cheap to buy new. Compare that to enduro bikes, which are typically more expensive used, and can easily hit 12 to 15,000 brand new. And it doesn't stop there. Dual sports are much cheaper to maintain. Oil changes, valve checks, and other routine maintenance are less frequent and more affordable. Plus, dual sports are built to last with engines designed to handle higher mileage. Many higher mileage enduro bikes will require engine rebuilds. Enduro bikes, while high performance machines, require more frequent maintenance and a higher level of care, which can quickly add up if you're putting in a lot of hours on the trail. Personally, I ride about 15,000 kilometers per year, and I simply don't have the time or money to maintain an enduro bike putting on this type of mileage. Another key factor is street legality. Dual sports are designed to go anywhere. They're fully street legal, meaning you can ride to the trailhead, tackle the trails, and then cruise back home without needing a trailer. Street legal enduro models can also do this with a little extra maintenance and less comfort. In contrast, non-street legal off-road bikes require a truck or trailer to get to the trails, which adds extra time and logistics to every ride. It also limits where and what type of ride you can go on. For many riders, including myself, that versatility is a game changer. So can dual sports handle hard trails? The answer is yes, of course. If you're tackling extreme terrain every weekend and want a machine that's built for it, a dedicated enduro or off-road bike will outshine a dual sport every time. The lighter weight, advanced suspension, and extra power make a huge difference. But for riders who value versatility, lower costs, and the ability to ride both on and off-road, dual sports hold their own surprisingly well. With the right upgrades, better tires, suspension tweaks, and maybe a few protective mods, bikes like the CRF 300L and DRZ 400 can surprise you with their capability, even in demanding conditions. At the end of the day, the best bike is the one that fits your riding style, your budget, and your goals. Hardcore enduro riders will always lean towards purpose-built machines, but for those who want a little bit of everything, dual sports offer an unmatched level of versatility and value. What do you think? Can dual sports truly handle hardcore trails, or should we leave that to the enduro bikes? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more dual sport content. Until next time.